Good morning, students. Welcome to the live online classes. Today I'm going to start a new chapter, industry or industries, chapter number 7. You can refer to page number 66 in your textbook. The world is gifted with a large number of natural resources. So whenever I'm talking about resources are basically natural wealth, okay, or supply that has some utility or use and worth, okay. They are basically renewable and non-renewable resources like mineral resource, okay, number one, okay. Number two, okay, this mineral resources are natural concentration of solid, liquid and gaseous matter on the earth, okay, or what we call minerals on the earth. So there are forest resources, okay. Forest resources are basically vegetation, wood, food, okay, fiber, okay. Edible oil is also found from the forest, as well as, okay, what we call forest medicines, okay, or what we call medicinal plants, okay, are found from the forest. Then another one is agriculture. For the agriculture resource, we are looking at the land, as well as another thing is water, which is one of the essential elements of life, okay, and even human resource. Humans means people are the laborers who, or the workforce for, okay, for making production in agriculture, in the field, as well as in the industries. A resource is always associated, okay, linked with utility. So a resource has to have some uses. This uses is called utility, U-T-I-L-I-T-Y, utility. If the resources do not have utility, then it is not a resource. Unless and until there is any use of anything, okay, it will not be termed as a resource. So resource has to have some uses, otherwise it will not be called a utility, okay, or a resource. For example, coal was always there on the earth. So coal, okay, coal is the substance that you find, okay, or the minerals that you find from the earth, okay, which is found in the sedimentary rock. Coal was always present on the earth, but it became a resource when it was discovered that it can basically produce light, heat, fire and energy. Thus, materials found on the earth becomes a resource as their new uses are found or discovered, okay. Now, we are moving on to the introductory part of the industries, okay. Please pay attention, okay. Now, whenever I am talking about the industries, the relationship between man. So I'm talking about the relationship, okay. We are interdependent on each other. The relationship between man and machines, okay, is called or is usually termed as industry. Is usually termed as industry. If you look at this industry, it is the organized action of man and machines, okay, of making goods and services for sale in a nation. Everything that we use in our daily life is prepared from raw material. Now, whenever I am talking about the raw material, what is raw material? Okay, sorry, M-A-T-E-R-I-A-L, material. Now, the basic material, it is the basic material, okay, from which a product is made, okay, from which, okay, anything is made. So, what is a raw material? It is a kacho material or kacha material, okay, found in our earth crust, which cannot be used directly, If you find this raw material or buried inside the earth, you cannot use that raw material directly. It has to be turned into a, okay, finished product, okay. So it is found in our earth crust, okay, covered with rocks, because I told you rocks are found everywhere and rock contains minerals, okay. Rocks are made up of different kinds of minerals or mineral content, and these minerals found are in the form of ores. So these rocks contain minerals, and minerals or rocks are basically called ores, O-R-E-S, ores. Now what is a ore? Okay, a mineral or a rock from which a valuable or useful substance or product, especially a metal, can be obtained or taken out. Though these ores, metals and minerals are found and extracted but cannot be used or consumed in the raw state. You cannot use this ore or any kind of mineral or metal in a raw state. You cannot use ore, metal or mineral in a raw state or in a natural form. Natural resources do not always occur in a usable state. So they are not in a usable state. They are not in a usable state. So you have to make it usable, okay? So with the help of skilled labors, that is workforce, that is human resource, okay? And power. Power means machines. With the help of humans plus machines, okay? The ores found need to be processed, prepared, or what we call, okay, produced, okay? To produce finished goods. Now what are finished goods, okay? Finished goods are, okay, let's take for example iron, okay? Iron is found, okay, buried inside the earth, okay? So from the iron we make steel. The steel is the finished goods, okay? The steel is the finished good. What I'm trying to say is material brought to final state, okay, is known as finished goods that we can use in our daily life. For example, iron ore mined from the earth is of no use until it is processed, until it is prepared, mixed with other minerals to form steel and other various useful products of iron, ranging from a safety pin, okay, from a safety pin to a big ship. So processing and manufacturing itself is the base of all industries. So whenever we are looking at the industries, okay, whenever we are looking at the industries, these two things are very, very important. P-R-O-C-E-S-S-I-N-G, processing and manufacturing itself is the base of all industries. What it means is, okay, processing means preparing, okay, or constructing, okay, and manufacturing means producing, are done by the industries, okay. So processing and manufacturing itself is the base, is the foundation or the groundwork of all industries. So processing and manufacturing is done by the industries. It is the groundwork of all industries that you find in the nation as well as in the world. The processing of natural resources, okay, the preparing of natural resources into some useful products like, okay, iron ore is basically converted to steel, which can be used by the man, is called manufacturing, which is known as producing. In other words, an industry is the total sum or the whole amount of all economic activity. Now, economic activity here means, okay, making, preparing, providing, purchasing, selling goods or services concerned with the processing of raw material, okay, from the raw material, okay, it is produced into a steel, okay, iron ore. Okay, let's take for example iron ore is produced to a steel. It is manufactured in a steel which can be used by the people, okay, are you understanding? The three major industrial economic sectors we are going to study about, okay, after these industries. Now, I am writing on the blackboard three major, okay, economic sectors or economic or industrial economic sectors are. The first one is agricultural sector, agricultural, agricultural sector, or primary sector. You'll find this in page number 66, okay, on the right hand side of your textbook, okay. Primary sector, it is also called primary activities, okay. Now, these are basically economic sectors or industrial economic sectors, okay, which mainly takes out raw material, okay. So, the purpose of this agricultural sector is basically mainly extracts, okay, raw material. Now, you can refer to page number, okay, 68 also. There is a table 7.1. There you have primary activity, secondary activity, as well as tertiary activity. It is a classification of industry. It is known as, okay, industrial economic sectors also, okay. Now, in this sector, okay, agriculture, gathering and growing of crops, forestry, fishing and mining, okay, constitutes the primary sector. The primary sector utilizes the natural resources which is found in our natural environment. So land is found as a natural resource which can be utilized for growing of crops. Okay, forest is always there as a natural environment, okay, as a vegetation, so it is utilized. So these are natural resources which are utilized in this sector. The primary sector utilizes the natural resources or uses the natural resources and produces raw material from these natural resources. Okay, and it not only produces raw materials, but it also produces basic goods. Now, what is a basic good? Okay, now we are coming to a new word, basic goods. Okay. Now, basic good means, okay, which itself does not have a utility. This, okay, raw material itself might not have a utility, okay, but other goods, okay, derived from it might have a utility is known as basic goods, which may be used by industries or basic industries. Hence, it can be said that the primary sector serves as a basic sector or the first fundamental sector. Therefore, it is also called primary sector or primary activity, okay, which basically, okay, supports the growth of secondary as well as tertiary, okay, sectors or activities. The second sector that we are going to understand is secondary sector, okay, that is written in a book only, okay. Secondary sector basically consists of industrial sector. It basically focuses on industries, okay, engaged in construction means building activities and manufacturing of finished goods. So making of finished goods and tangible products. Now, what is known as tangible, okay? Tangible products are done by the second industry, that is called secondary industry, tangible products, okay. What does tangible means? Which can be touched, which can be felt, okay, which is concrete. This sector performs a vital role in, okay, what we call supplying or providing, okay, or catering to the needs and demands of the people or consumers of our nation. So industries are there to basically, okay, fulfill our demands. We wear this shirt, okay, we wear this t-shirt, etc. We wear watches, etc. These are all made in the industries, and we are provided this material by the industries from the raw material which is found on the earth. So we are basically interdependent on industries. Therefore, I told you man and machines is known as, the relationship between man and machine is known as industries, okay. So they basically, these industries basically supply the, okay, finished goods to the people. So secondary sector basically involves industries. The third is known as tertiary sector, okay. So I'm going to rub the blackboard. The third is known as TERTIARY, tertiary sector, or, okay, what we call activities, okay. The tertiary sector is intangible in nature. Intangible means cannot be felt, cannot be touched, okay. incapable of being touched. And it basically involves on giving services. So it is known as service sector. Okay, this sector, okay, consists of providing services such as education, medical facilities, hotels, and finance needed by the people. So you can see territory sector is the third sector by the word territory only. Okay, it means coming next after the second. Okay, so it comes after the secondary sector. Okay, and this territory sector gives services to the people in, okay, education, medical facilities, hotels, finance, etc. Okay. Now, early civilization started with excessive, okay, reliance. So basically, they trusted on the primary sector. So in the olden times, in the past, basically people depended on the primary sector, that is known as agricultural sector. Okay, agricultural sector means, okay, they are utilizing the natural resources like, okay, agricultural lands, forests, fishing, mining, etc. Okay, early civilization started with excessive reliance on the primary sector. However, with extreme, okay, increase in the speed of food production, people started to turn to industries. So from primary sector, people started building industries. So industries. Now, what do you see here? Primary sector means agriculture. Okay, we can say the utilization of land or natural resources. Okay, agriculture gives you raw material, and this raw material is basically, okay, taken to the industries, and in the industries it is turned into a finished product. So these are the two pillars of our developed nation. So whenever we are talking about developed countries and underdeveloping countries, this primary sector as well as the secondary sector, okay, is the main pillars of any nation. However, with extreme spurt in food production, people started to turn to industries. This led to the Industrial Revolution during the 18th century. The Great Britain, okay, or the UK, was the forerunner of this Industrial Revolution. They were the first to use the machines, okay, in the industries in a large scale, which brought social and economic transformation. Now, whenever I'm talking about social, okay, refers to anything, okay, which defines the alteration in behavior, okay, pattern, as well as cultural, okay, what we call values and norms. Okay, and economic means caused by technology advancement. So the Great Britain was the forerunner of this Industrial Revolution, and they were the first to use the machines, okay, which basically brought social and economic transformation in their society, okay, in the 18th century. It was later spread to other countries like European countries as well as United States of America, okay, Europe, Asia, and Africa. Countries like USA, Canada, Brazil, Russia, France, Germany, Japan, etc. were the main players. Okay, so what happened after this Industrial Revolution? I just want to talk about it. Okay, the first point: these societies, okay, shifted or changed from primary activity to secondary activity. So they shifted from primary agricultural societies to industrial societies. So they started building industries. At first they were dependent only on primary sector, but now they are dependent on both the sectors for the development of that nation. Okay, after the Second World War, many countries, okay, sought or seek to establish industries as a means to develop their economy in their country. Okay, they came to be labeled as developing countries. Later on, industrialized countries, okay, or the countries which have built many industries like Europe and America, achieved high standard of living. Now, what is high standard of living? Okay, it means material comfort in terms of goods and services, okay, available to someone with the help of industries, okay, and came to mean known as developed countries. So America as well as European countries came to be labeled as developed countries. Thus, after Second World War, the world got divided into developed countries and underdeveloped countries after the Industrial Revolution. Okay, The Industrial Revolution brought great changes in the field of manufacturing. So you can manufacture products in the industries. Different kinds of products are manufactured in the industries by utilizing the natural resources, okay? With the invention of machines, okay, operating in power. So the machines are basically, the machines basically run due to power, okay? Now, the Industrial Revolution brought great changes in the field of manufacturing with the invention of machines operating in power. Hand-operated tools, no, hand tools were replaced by machines, okay, by huge power-driven machines. There was mass production because they were utilizing machines, okay, to produce the product in the industries. And manual labor, that is people, was also replaced by the machines, which operated by energy generated by coal, petroleum and water. Now coal and petroleum are non-renewable resources. Once you use this resource, it is exhausted. You cannot use it again and again, okay? Now after that, rapid industrialization. So whenever I'm talking about rapid industrialization, okay, the development of industries in a country or a region on a wide scale. So rapid industrialization, okay, not only happened in the European countries and America, etc. It also happened in India, okay, which saw the development of cotton textile industries in Mumbai in the 18th century. Okay. Thank you for listening. Hope you find this lesson useful. Okay.